Whoops, looks like they're trying to shut us down. Trying to shut the meet down. Kicking everybody out. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna try to find another spot. Keep the party going, but we'll see. Welcome, YouTube. So I just got the idea from a Facebook group. Want to kind of do a little series based off of I guess my history, what kind of got me into cars, what kind of got me going, and you know why I am where I am as far as like the car community and with my car just in general, what led me up to today. So I didn't really have, I'm not like a lot of these people have backgrounds in, you know, my dad was a race car driver, his dad was a race car driver, or, you know, was into cars and all that. My dad was into cars, but he was in the military, he did a lot of traveling, and, you know, we were middle class, we didn't have a ton of money, and so he focused more so on making sure the family was good. I played college basketball, so he made sure that, you know, I made it to games, and he spent a lot of money on that stuff, you know, bought conversion van, different things like that. He worked on cars, but, you know, never really had, like, you know, crazy cars or fast cars, show cars, different things like that. So we weren't really in the scene. But, you know, when I kind of got out on my own, I've always loved cars. Every time I saw them growing up, you know, I had a fascination for cars. So when we got out on my own, I was able to purchase my first, well, I'll say finance my first car. So it was my actual first actual car. I had a pretty decent job out of college, and I decided to purchase a Cadillac CTS. I believe it was a 05, I believe. And after I got it, I made a little bit of money, and within about a month or maybe 2 months, I decided to do rims, you know, system, tint. This was back in the old, you know, Fast and the Furious days, so I did some crazy stuff to it. Ended up painting it. I did a two-tone paint job on it. I'm gonna try to post a picture of it so that way you can kind of see just how crazy. Remind you, it was, let's see, the old Fast and Furious days, so we did a lot of dumb, stupid stuff. And I was a young, you know, 21-year-old kid with a little bit of money, and so I kind of wanted to do some crazy things. It was the first car I ever really did a lot of modifications on. So I did paint, rims, I did a system, did Lamborghini doors, and you know, I was working on doing the interior. Started going to shows, having fun, you know, really kind of getting the itch for show cars and for shows, and just enjoying the scene. Joined a car club and in the Dayton, Ohio area, and you know, obviously we were going to shows, we were just hanging out, meeting really good people. That's kind of where I got my itch from. Initially it was just to go or to do shows. I didn't really think that I would ever really want to go fast, anything like that. I just figured, yeah, we're gonna do shows. I like, you know, I don't want to break stuff all the time. I just want to have fun, enjoy my car. So I ended up totaling that car. Was doing some stupid stuff, ended up totaling it. Ran it into a funeral home, which is kind of ironic. Hit the building, it was completely gone, and you know, for a couple of years, you know, just trying to recoup from that. I didn't have really any car that was fast at all, or nice, or you know, any type of show car. I was out of the scene for a little bit, and you know, I kind of wanted to fill that void. But and then I actually had an 80. During that time, I bought an 80 Monte Carlo, which was lowered, had I can't remember what size, 13 or 15 inch Dayton rims, and it was like the majestic blue paint. So it was really nice. I loved it. Reminded me of the training day. I was gonna do the whole training day theme. Only thing it didn't have was interior. I had to redo the whole interior. Once I didn't have any money for that, I sold that, and because I didn't have the money to restore it, and then for a while I didn't have a car. That brings me on to getting my, let's see, it was a few years later. I went through a bunch of cars, a whole lot of cars actually. Had a Denali, had a BMW 323i, little car. I'm trying to think what else I had. Then I had a bunch of cars, you know, and I just wasn't happy with any of them, no matter what was done to them, rims, tint, paint. I wasn't happy. So, you know, one day I was like, you know what? I want to get a car that I love. I obviously love Cadillac CTSs, so I bought a newer Cadillac CTS, which was second gen. It was just a 3.6. I wanted to be, but at that time they were brand new, and so I'm driving that, you know, kind of enjoying it. Well, I mean, I enjoyed it. I loved it, and then kind of what got me into the, I guess you would say, the go scene, coming from the show side of things. One day, a bunch of my buddies that I hang out with in one of the car clubs purchased these SRT8 Chargers and Challengers and 300s. So they're all V8 SRT8 Chargers and Challengers. I'm in a V6. We're on our way to a show, and we're all flying. It was a show, I believe, in Cincinnati. You know, we're all flying on the highway, having fun, and I couldn't keep up. You know, to be honest, I couldn't keep up. I had 300 and something horsepower, but it wasn't enough. And so I'm riding, and my girl looks at me and she's like, "You want a faster car, don't you?" And I kind of looked at her. I was like, "Yeah." So then the next week, well, that week I started looking for other cars. I believe that Sunday was when I called the dealership, and then I found the car that I wanted. I had a buddy that was working at a dealership, and I told him, I was like, you know, I need something faster. I was like, the Cadillac would be my daily. I need something faster. My buddy had a GT500, my buddy Brian, and he worked at a dealership. His GT500 was built, really clean car, great guy. I'll actually do a video with him here soon because he details in the Dayton area. But so I go see him, and I told him, I was like, you know, I want a Corvette, but I don't want red or yellow. Well, they had a couple of Corvettes at the dealership. A couple were having some issues. It was a Sunday. A couple were closed, or actually at other dealerships. And he's like, well, we can wait till next week. He's like, or we just got something in, really clean, really low miles. And he's like, I honestly think you'll really like it. He's like, the only problem is it's one of the colors that you didn't want. Well, I look at it, and I was like, I don't know. I started thinking about it. I was like, well, it is the platform. It is the LS3. You know, insurance is going to be less. You know, obviously he sold me on that, and we kind of talked about it. It's like, and it was actually a lot cheaper and had a lot less miles than the Corvette I was looking at. So I took it on a test drive. As soon as we get out of the parking lot from the dealership, a Mustang, built Mustang, because I could hear him, comes shooting up next to us. And my girlfriend's like, oh crap, because she was in the car with me. So we both take off, and it was a pretty good run. I mean, I felt the power. It was my first time being in it, and I turned right around. We got to the light, and he turned off. I turned off, went right back to the dealership. It was like, I'll take it. So that's kind of what put me into this car. Now, what's taking me as far as the next chapter, what's taking me to the next level where I'm at. A bunch of my friends have all types of built cars. I mean, you name it, CTSVs. You talking, I know a few guys with Corvettes that are built. Mustangs that are built. You name it. And I'm hanging out with these guys. Well, I'm trying to record. I'm trying to do the YouTube thing. I can't keep up with them. So I'm just like, you know what? It's time to go fast. It's time to live up to the name, live up to the Facebook name. It's time to go fast. So that kind of brings us to where we are now, and kind of me and my decision of where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do to make sure I can keep up with all these boosted cars. And so here in the next chapter, you'll see one of the next videos. You'll kind of see a little bit. I haven't showed the car a whole lot, so I'm going to show the car a little bit, and then we're going to kind of do a little breakdown, and we'll kind of do what leads up to what you see I'll end up purchasing. So for me, that was just kind of my backstory. I didn't want to bore you guys. Just kind of wanted to give a little bit. If y'all could give your backstory, post it below in the comment section of kind of what got you into cars, what got you into fast cars, or if you like show cars or whatever. Just kind of post that up just so people kind of see. I think it's interesting. When I go to shows, I like to talk to people about different things like that, what got them into it. I like to talk to people about their setups. I like to talk to people about a lot of different things, but it's really interesting when you get to know people and you understand, why they do what they do, and hear a lot of really interesting stories. So that's why I figured I would share that. If you liked it, cool. Either way, hope you subscribe, like, comment below, and like I say, stay tuned. I'm gonna do another one of the actual car, and then you'll see the progress, because some stuff's about to go down here real soon, so you'll see where I go with the car and everything like that. So all right, talk to you later. Peace.